All right, y'all. You can't miss it. Now, you guys know I'm not a big fan, but you cannot miss this particular fight. So, look, we're going to cover it all. Where did this beef, where did this hate, this, I mean, these guys are, look, this is no act, okay? There's a lot of stuff that's promotional, two guys going at it. And usually at the end, they hug it out and it's all a big act. You know what I'm saying? So this is not an act. I think it was kind of like Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury was it sitting on the couch. Remember that famous picture? Like they act like they hate each other on stage, but then behind closed doors, they're laughing, shaking hands. Kovalev, Canelo, whatever. That's probably a bad example. But look, let's listen to where the beef, the hate, the problems, started. And I'll briefly go over it. Okay, basically, Charlo, very emotional. He calls it passionate. Tony Harrison, he says, look, I beat him. And right after I beat him, he took it out on me. He's like, what did I do wrong? I'm a boxer, I'm a fighter. I showed up, I won the fight on all three judges' cards. I won, and I think I believe what, I forget the scorecards. I know one judge had it pretty wide, but regardless, he won. But Charlo, for whatever reason, took it out on him. So let's listen to what he had to say.
Like I said, everything was so respectful, man. I humbly told him after I won the title, I said, you gave me the opportunity, I will give it back to you. He got on the mic and said, well, he said I lost. All I have right now is from going into that fight was my character. You know what I mean? I didn't have no money, I didn't have no good, no clothes, not the cars. I didn't have none of the stuff that people love. All I had was my character. And for you to try to get on the mic and destroy that when I just humbly said that I would give you the rematch, gratefully. You know what I mean? For you to try to destroy my character and that's all I got as a man, it just pissed me off. And I'm already a beast. I already don't like pussy shit motherfuckers do. And he did that pussy shit and tried to destroy my shit in front of the world. And that's all I got. That's all I got to my name. If I had to go to the bank, I'm going to the bank and I'm cashing in character.
He said, if I'm going to the bank, I'm cashing in character. He's talking about, look, he's like fighting under Lions, Lions only banner. And, Charlo's got all the money, all the clout, all the fame. And, going into the fight, he said, I didn't have clothes, didn't have cars, didn't have nothing. I had character, and Charlo attacked my character. So that's where it all began, right? And, I kind of thought it was important to go back to that because, I was like, why do these guys hate each other so much? And then, of course, you got Tony Harrison. He's got a mouth on him. This dude, look, he talked a lot of shit. Go back and look, if you guys want to see a highly entertaining press conference, go back and watch them. They're good. I watched one of them twice. I don't think I've ever watched a press conference twice. And then they did the little, the face-off. I don't know what they call it now. The Premier Boxing Champion PBC face-off thing. And it was good. It was entertaining, and it made me want to watch the fight. So the fight's going to be tomorrow. And I got to say, it's a tough one to pick, but here's the thing. You guys know I'm from Houston, right? The Charlo brothers, they live about 20 minutes away from my house. They, train out of Plex Gym. That's why I'm showing you these pictures here. I cover their fights as press. I see them around town all the time. I know them personally. So, there is a little bit of bias to my prediction, but I truly think Charlo, the emotions get the best of him, right? Just like he went headhunting in the original fight, and it cost him the fight. But I think it's going to benefit him in the rematch. And I saw a little bit of weakness in Tony Harrison, right? During that face-off, Charlo said, "Well, who have you knocked out?" And Tony kind of looked down. He's like, nobody really, which isn't true. I think he has 21 knockouts, but he was like, nobody really. I could see that Charlo, started to break him down a little bit, in that particular face-off. Now, the original press conference, he just destroyed that boy. I'm talking Harrison. He was all over Charlo, and Charlo, he didn't know what to do. People say he's emotional. He's like, no, I'm passionate. So I don't know. You decide, but and, people call him a hype job. This is right after the original fight here. Hype job, exposed, B-level. I don't believe that either. I just think, man, look, I've seen it. Look, the last fight I saw was Charlo Adams. Okay, I was there live. I was ringside, covering the fight press. And I'm talking about Jamal. and I wasn't impressed. I mean, I felt he should have knocked him out, but you had Freddie Roach training Adam, so I think because of that, because Roach was in his corner, they had his number. They knew how to beat Charlo, or they knew how to defend against Jamal. So I'm thinking probably same thing's going to happen in the Harrison rematch. He's going to you're going to have boxer brawler, right? And Charlo even said, look, I'm coming out, I'm coming out hot, right? I'm coming out Hagler Hearns, like I want to knock this dude out. And ultimately, I think it's going to end in a knockout. I truly believe Charlo is going to knock him out. I really do. And it's funny because a lot of people are saying, no, Charlo's going to lose. He's too emotional. And then a lot of people thought he won the original fight. I was one of those people, okay? I thought Charlo won. And to be honest, I haven't gone back and watched it again. But I feel like if I go back and watch it again, I might change my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, because a lot of people are telling me, no, you got it wrong, man. You got to go back and watch it again. Because when I watched it the original night, the original fight, I wasn't really tuned in. I didn't pay a whole lot of attention, but I did have Charlo winning. So I probably got it wrong, is what I'm trying to tell you guys. I probably got it wrong. But I'll probably go back and watch it maybe tomorrow, and then we got the rematch on a Saturday night. So definitely going to be covering that fight on YouTube. You guys check it out. It's going to be an exciting night. And look, I love the fight. I love it. Look, you got two guys in their prime, and then, we should have had the rematch back in June, but we know he faked an injury. And that's another thing. Why did he fake that injury? Talking about Tony Harrison, why did he fake that injury? There's a reason. He said he did it to get inside Charlo's head, but I don't believe that. He said, and then he comes out and says, I wasn't ready. Well, wait a minute. You the champ. You the champ. Like, when you're not ready, why are you not ready? And then, like I said, coming into the rematch, yeah, he's got that vibrato. He's got that talk. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the dude's got the gift of gab, right? I mean, he could talk. This guy could talk some shit. But I just don't hear a whole lot about, boxing. I don't hear a whole lot about ability, confidence in the ring. He says, yeah, I'm going to beat him like I did the original time. And that's it. Then he, goes on for 10 minutes, talking shit. But like I said, I've seen a lot of moments of weakness, and I truly think Charlo's going to pull it off. Originally, I had Charlo winning by decision because I think the judges are going to favor Charlo. I think, look, I don't think they're going to allow any kind of close decision to go to Harrison in the rematch, right? Because, I mean, let's be honest. He was kind of given that gift in the original bout, so in the original fight. So I don't think they're going to do that again. I had Charlo winning by decision originally, but I think he's going to stop him because Harrison, he's looking thin, looking frail, looking weak. I see his confidence kind of wearing down. The media tour, he's getting tired. I don't know. But look, but having said that, the dude is a warrior, right? He's a true fighter, a true boxer. So, he's not going to go down easy. It's not going to be easy. But I do think ultimately it's either going to be a decision or a stoppage. And I wouldn't be surprised if there was a stoppage. So anyway, what do you guys think? Who do you have winning? Leave it below.